What's up? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Channeled Readings with Nephtara Grace. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Hope you like it, hope you stay, hope you subscribe. If you are returning, hey, thanks so much. I really appreciate you. The altar's lit. Let's do, what is this, cedar? Let's do this cedar. Oh yeah, this whole thing is cedars is nice. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of pop your shit, you're ready energy this morning. Yeah. Ooh, do you guys see that? That's like a big wand. It's a pretty big wand of cedar. I'm trying to finish off. But I keep burning. I usually burn the cedar, juniper, bay leaf for our readings. This is nice too. All right. Labradorite is popping up, coming through. Okay, so labradorite is interesting. Well, we're gonna start with crystal energy because since labradorite was like, hey. So the liquid crystal deck that I use in these readings holds labradorite as free will. Okay. If you look labradorite up online, it tells you labradorite is like for spiritual communication, right? Here's what's so wild about labradorite. My experience with labradorite is the now that I'm talking about it, I can see the word in my head, but I'm like almost forgetting the word. So I'm just gonna tell you the part of the crystal labradorite that has it look like it's changing colors. Again, there's a proper term for that, and I know it's just not on the tip. It's not there in my frontal lobe. So if you know, please put it in the comments and remind me. Anyway, for me, and wherever the hell I'm from, and I'm sure there's a reason I'm sharing this, my experience of labradorite is that it is some of the best spiritual and astral protection you can get. Labradorite for me is like, that's one of my go-tos when it comes to spiritual warfare. Like if I know I'm about to get into some stuff, like we about to get in, I'm wearing labradorite, rutile quartz, and black tourmaline. Fuck with me. Like where you at? Like that, and then depending on what type of situation engagement, amethyst is going to be up in there. Citrine when we get to the end of it, like. So, yeah, can y'all tell I was in Atlantis? I'm like, this is how we gonna use these crystals. But no, for a labradorite is popping up, and I'm sharing this because. Let me get one crystal, please. Pink tourmaline gifted. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, I feel like whatever reason I'm sharing about labradorite, whatever reason, like she was just like, hey, I'm here. I wanna be here. I think what part of the message there is labradorite is one of those stones. And listen, I don't know. Let me see. No, not all. So no, not all the stones that share this quality that labradorite has, because moonstone is like this. Okay, God, what is it called? I know what it's called. It's when you can see a variation of colors in the stone. I literally can hear the end of the word. Anyway, again, if you know, put it in the comments below. It's right there. It's like I literally have everything except for the first two letters. That's hilarious. So maybe that's significant. Maybe it's like you're putting together a puzzle and you're finally down to the last couple pieces, right? But either way, I feel like this is an opportunity for you to get to know labradorite on your own, for you to build your own relationship with labradorite. That's the point of all this. Labradorite is reaching out and saying, hey, I can be of use, and in my share, hopefully you get that labradorite can be used a number of different ways, some of which you may or may not have thought of, but you get to go determine how labradorite works for you. Other than that, other stones that carry this quality of having this changing color throughout them. For instance, moonstone doesn't occur for me that way. Now I've got white moonstone, pink moonstone, rainbow moonstone, and some gray moonstone. And I do find them to be very distinct based on their color. But labradorite, not so much. Labradorite for me is just like, oh, wow, there's something going on in the area of relationships. All right, I'm not going to force it. Are we going to get a crystal energy or no? No, we're not taking 12. We're not doing 12. Let's do one crystal energy, and then I'm going to move to a goddess. Yeah. Labradorite. You don't want a card for it. You just want labradorite. Okay. That's what it is then. Your crystal for today is labradorite. No card needed. All right. Listen, y'all. The Davis, do it how you do it. Do it how you do it. Again, I appreciate labradorite. I also, okay, so I'll tell you, one of my favorite sleep combinations is selenite, labradorite, and green moonstone. Yo, that is good. That is good, yeah. That is very, very good. Very, 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 very good. Please, if you have access to selenite, labradorite, and moonstone, give that a go. Green moonstone, give that a go. Yuki, owner for stillness. When I first got this deck, so this is the Goddess Power deck by Colette Baron Reed. I have a lot of decks by Colette. I honestly feel like it's not just, I feel like Oracle cards for Colette Baron Reed are not just her gift and talent. Like it is, I think, a big part of her mission of being here was to bring these tools forward for people like us in our collective. So, yeah, she's great. She is, I think, this is my experience, right? As a spiritual practitioner of color who's been on the scene for a while, for the past 20 years, just in a different way. And then, of course, they call it the spiritual industry, right? That tarot is a part of. You're watching this tarot video on YouTube. It's a part of a larger overall spiritual industry. I'm telling you, the numbers are crazy. It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think, okay, so beauty and wellness is the overarching industry. I don't know why we're getting into this, but we are. Beauty and wellness, overarching industry, and it's like a $42 trillion a year industry, something like that, right? And then spirituality, which includes yoga, Reiki, tarot, all the things that, if you're watching tarot on YouTube, that you're also probably aware of that are adjacent to this. Okay, so this is your acupressure, your acupuncture. This is your shamans, your healers, your crystals, right? The whole world, all of it would fall under spirituality, which is under health and wellness, beauty and wellness. Okay, and this particular sector, spirituality, is now in the tens of billions, but pretty, like, I think, like, maybe somewhere again between $40-50 billion a year. That's huge for the spiritual industry. Okay, now, historically, in times of crisis, people turn to astrology and tarot, and we've definitely seen an increase in people coming over, to these really arcane practices since 2020. And I don't think that's going to stop. I think because we're now in the age of Aquarius, I believe this is now the status quo. This is status quo. And, oh, I know why we're talking about this. Okay. Well, I didn't see this coming, but okay, cool. So this is the status quo, right? And you can, if you look at the numbers, and obviously I do. So for 20 years in the spiritual industry, I was a coach of spirited business leaders. You could call it like that. So people who have these companies, people who run large companies, and they themselves are conscious, they're awake, and they want to run their company a different way. I was their coach, right? So coaching on business, leadership, success, and culture for an organization. So that's why you can hear me, like, I talk like this about it, even though I'm here reading tarot on YouTube, but I know what's up, with it from a business point of view, because for 20 years of my life, that's what I did. I was like, a business shaman. I come in, not only do we bless your business, but we also, I have the background business experience to help you develop your brand into something that's sustainable, lasting, and, really impacting the collective the way you want it to. So, you can look at the numbers as they are, right? And this is all look upable. I'm not saying anything you can't go Google and look up. Okay, you can go look this up, right? You can look at the numbers and see a trend, and you could know, like, it's only going to go up. It's only going to go up. Now, cosmetics is always going to account for a massive part of this industry. When you take the industry as a whole, the beauty, wellness, listen, women gonna wear their makeup. See, there's three things that are recession proof: alcohol, tobacco, and makeup. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, so makeup is always going to dominate. But I do believe we're going to watch that spiritual subcategory overtake the wellness part of beauty and wellness. So I think we're going to see beauty and wellness go from cosmetics and the gym, because the gym makes up a pretty noticeable part of that sector. Your Planet Fitness, your, whatever, your Pelotons, anything that has to do with gym, it's also huge. Okay. I think we're going to see it become cosmetics and healing retreats, cosmetics and spa days, right? Like really, for real. Age of Aquarius. So, yeah, that was, because that leads to investing. So this is the conversation. I'm pretty sure this is going to be this week's podcast. So we'll probably start it here and move it to the podcast. But in the past, what paid out dividends was investing, let's face it, in things that were Capricornian, right? And things that with Doris has for protection, in things that were more tangible. Capricorn's an earth sign. So if you invested in things that were earthy, you could expect to see a return on your investment. Like, duh, right? Algae's protection. And the reason it matters is because we're talking about Pluto, of course. Gibbo for gift. And Berkana for birth. Yeah, something... You have protection out here twice. On top of stillness. And I'm talking about labradorite being, I'm telling you, it's one of the best pieces I know of. Listen, I can use labradorite to disappear spiritually. It's one of my favorite spiritual cloaking tools. That's free game for whoever needs this. Okay, but the writing's on the wall. In the Age of Aquarius, if you want to see a return on your currency, whatever your investment of currency looks like, whether it's money, time, attention, it doesn't matter. It would be well placed in things that have to do with Aquarian energy. This is huge. This is literally, I'm telling you, 13 on the timer. The world is shifting in this direction. And so this is just like, if you haven't heard it before, I'm telling you now, for the next 28 years, be prepared to see gains in every, like, across the board, whether it's, economic gains or physical gains, right? But in the area of Aquarian energy, that which is humanitarian, that which is forward thinking, that which is innovative, that which allows us to move efficiently and also express creatively. Aquarian energy, right? Expect things to get bigger, faster. All right, and definitely, watch yourself. Find how you're going to stay both light and grounded. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. In the meantime, maybe that's what this is, because I'm very clear when I see Gibbo and Berkana together. It's like, it's not just because we've had Gibbo in these readings for a moment. It's not just like, okay, there's a gift coming from God. It's like, it's here. It's birth time. Like, it's time to get it out, get it in your hands, bring it into the material world. That's what Berkana says to me with Gibbo. And two different layers of protection. I'm just like, wow. Yeah, now I want to know, because this is like, why 2 layers of protection? And labradorite and currency, investing of your currency. Also being watching where other people invest their currency. Okay, because then you know what kind of returns they're gonna get. So someone's telling you, watching someone invest like they would have 10 years ago into something that's material, and they're saying, oh, we're going to do this, like that's not actually going to work. That's not going to work anymore. That. Like, it's Aquarian energy, dog. Like, we got to invest our time in something creative, music, poetry. I mean, it's wild, but this is the beginning of a renaissance. That's what this is. And everybody knows. But that's what's going on. So, mind your attention and your intentions accordingly. Okay, let me get 2 or 3 of these, please. Let me get 2 or 3 of these. Mikael and Metatron is always, look at that intention, I'm telling you. And right here with this stillness, it's like I really feel like number 7 is absolutely significant. Number 4, number 7, wow, for sure. This is you establishing like a new legacy. This is you, wow. I'm gonna say this. This is an opportunity for you to stop right now and get present and really focus on the vibration of what you're manifesting. Be a fuck no to any distractions right now. Okay, I mean that. I don't care what the distractions look like. Yeah, look at this. It's again, netcaster preparations come to fruition. I'm telling you, the farther gate, bold step forward, coming to life. Dude. Yeah, I just said that. Dude. Look at that. So, this is so locked in. This is so wild. This energy is wild. I'm telling you, this is like a ship docking. This is a ship this energy is wild. I have to enunciate every freaking letter in that word right there. Moonlight. What? Let's get some tarot out here. Okay. We'll read Moonlight, get tarot, and I don't know what tarot is gonna say. This is it's beautiful energy. It's really big, it's really deep. Yeah, it's a big deal. Okay. Your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, logical, and analytical. Follow it. Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second-guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch, a tingling, a clear sound, or an animal or object crossing your path. Spirit is sending you messages to help you now. Success is yours if you follow the signs. Love that. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, y'all. Archangels, ancestors, ascended master, spirit guides, gods and goddesses, legions of light. Thanks for joining in this reading. The lover and justice right off the top. Listen, can y'all see that? Lover's justice. In this deck is the honeymoon and justice, and we're gonna do it like this because we know YouTube doesn't like no likey naked people. Okay. And move the runes to the side. Hope your OCD is not as bad as mine, and you're okay if the cards are a little crooked. Okay. Because this really all goes together, especially Yuki Onna and the stillness. So Yuki Onna's stillness literally talks about allowing yourself to stop, allowing yourself to be in full cooperation with the universe, really understanding that this season of darkness, this season of being still, is so that when it's, when it's springtime again, you are at your strongest, you're at your best. Yeah. Okay, give me something on the honeymoon injustice, please. Six of Wands. There's a lot of singing. I think there's a lot of singing, but not everybody's happy. Okay. Six of Cups. Listen now. The Six of Cups popped out in front of me, and the Eight of Wands popped out on the other side of me. So we're going to take it like, give me something on Six of Cups, Eight of Wands, please. Yeah. Six of Swords. Hey, y'all, that's 3 sixes right there. All right. All righty. Okie dokie. Let me see. The moon again. Oh my God. Okay. All right. There's a lot of moon energy here. Number 18. Significant. God, there's the world. What? This is so heavily fated. Two of Swords, Nine of Wands reversed. What? This is wild. Okay. Let's just see, y'all, because this is, I don't know that I saw this, because if that's, but it's, okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to keep going. We're going to have to keep going. Yeah, what? Let's put these down here. This Nine of Wands reversed, this Two of Swords, and let me get, because I tell you what I'm feeling, but let me get something on this Nine of Wands and this Two of Swords. Temperance. Okay. Very similar idea, but not the same direction I was going. Okay, so this isn't even, give it to me. The Chariot. Gosh, Temperance followed by the Chariot. Okay, so I'm going to be, what I have right now is you balance something in yourself. It's like coming home to yourself. Yeah, but this is something that I don't know, it's something that was in your subconscious. You knew this. You knew that the moment you chose to heal yourself like this, your life would just change. And it's actually, your life has been changing. It's not going to change. Your life has been changing. And now this is like some final decision to move forward. That maybe somebody thought would be harder for you to make. Queen of Pentacles. Who is this Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles could be up getting around. The Sun and the Prince of Pentacles. It's like you had to learn that slow but steady wins the race, and you did. So maybe you used to be impulsive. Maybe at a different time you would have tried this, but it wouldn't have worked. Whatever you're doing. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. You've learned how to move in silence. That's for damn sure. It's like you've literally learned that for you, very interesting. I'm going to tell you the way it's coming through is it's not that you, something about you occurring as mysterious. I know that, anyway, just go with me. The way other people see you, it's like you don't tell them everything, but you know that that's actually one of the ways, there's one of the ways you protect yourself. So that's just what it is for you. Yeah, and I feel like you've gotten to the point where if you're around someone who can't respect that, then you're just not going to be around them. That's wild. Okay, but I feel that. I feel that. I feel it. Wow, the Magician and the Emperor. Oh, with the Five of Cups. Yeah, I get that. I think for me, this Five of Cups is like, it's giving bittersweet right here. And this is giving a bittersweet. So normally in the Five of Cups, we see the person looking at the three broken cups and not paying attention to the two. But in this deck, this woman is not even looking at the broken ones. She's looking off into the, off into the landscape. Like really this bittersweet, like she knows there's two right there. She's not confused. You can see it. She knows there's two right now. She's just thinking like, oh, what could it have been if it were five? But, I have the two. And so now we can even in this iteration, we can make up that she's thinking right now about what she's going to do with the two, okay? Maybe not. Maybe she's thinking about what she lost with the three. But the point is, this is giving me bittersweet. And I feel like the bittersweet is because the Magician Emperor, like you, I don't know, boo. You have the power to like change who you are. Two of Pentacles. I swear to God. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's wild. It's like, no. I'm like, no. But you stopped being one person and became it's not completely different person, but yeah, you're a different person now. I don't know. You weren't acting. I don't know, but you were playing a role. You're playing a role and now you're not. Eight of Swords, I guess you were playing victim. You were playing victim. Shit. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, no it's not, but you're funny. Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords. You're funny. Were you doing this to prove this to yourself? Prince of Wands. That's why I gotta ask. So you're pretending to be eight of swords, 10 of swords the whole time, but the whole time you also knew. You so silly. And the star, you the whole time you knew. The Five of Swords though, but I really feel like this was tough for you mentally. And it may still be a situation where you... No, they're saying not as much. 30, 44 on the timer. Maybe, okay, so are you able to stabilize yourself in the star energy now? Or do you find conflict within yourself and kind of go back to this Prince of Wands? I see that. I see that, yeah. There's some, the Tower, yeah. Yeah. I've been feeling that Tower all week. Because I've been feeling it and it's been elusive, I feel like whatever Tower this is, it's internal. Six of Pentacles and Two of Jars. You know, there's something to do with the relationship under here. Every time I keep wanting to not say it, I keep seeing the signs of it. So now I'm going to say it and see what happens. There's some relationship here. But it's not the main course. That's why I didn't mention it earlier. King of Wands. It's not what this is about. This is about you discovering something for yourself. All this sword energy. Queen of Cups, King of Wands. This is about you learning how to love yourself. This is about you choosing to be your biggest self. Ace of Wands. Like really understand the power that you wield. 32:23 on the timer. Yeah. And that Three of Cups really is for me like you celebrating yourself with yourself. And I think that's a really important place to be. The Three of Cups, Hangman, I think that's a really important place to be. Like a really important place to be. Because when you're talking about doing work that's this deep, like this is some deep ass work. This is some deep ass work. And it's like if these runes, it's like these runes are talking about, one, how protected you've been the whole time you were taking this work on. Because this is shadow work to, they're saying the extreme. I don't know about it. I don't know about that because I don't know. What do I know? But this is really, really deep, complex, layered shadow work. It's almost like what I'm seeing now is like this thread. It's like, okay, so there's this dark space and there's this thread that lights up and it's like this silvery kind of thread, almost like a spider web, I guess. But it's woven. It's woven. It's just woven in and out of your life. And this energy of this reading is like you going into this dark space and following this web, following this thread, right? Until you can see there's this place where if you will undo it right there, it'll like kind of release the whole thing. It's like that deep level of work. And I think that's why there's two different levels and layers of protection out here in these runes. Like you went not just shadow realm, but shadow realm / underworld. You went deep. And part of this Six of Wands for you is the Three of Cups, Hangman. Part of you experiencing your victory is being able to celebrate with yourself. Because I feel very strongly, once upon a time, you didn't celebrate with yourself. You maybe celebrated with others, but you didn't celebrate with yourself. When it was just you alone with you, I don't think you found anything worth celebrating. And that is one of the most pivotal things that's changed, that this reading is pointing to. So, yeah, like big ups to you. That's really huge work. That's really huge work. You know, and I've said this before on this channel, you know, one of the ways I look at when I talk about celebrating with yourself, and especially the Three of Cups with the Hanged One, I've said this before, that Hanged Man gives me Odin. on Yggdrasil for 9 days, okay? And the ability that Odin gained after being on Yggdrasil for 9 days was the ability to see, right? Because in the Norse pantheon, women see, men don't see. But Odin wanted that gift, and it cost him his life. He hung upside down on Yggdrasil for 9 days. He died, was rebirthed, came back to life, okay? But he had to go that deep. He had to go that deep, this kind of deep. And I love that this, like, we're gonna leave this reading here because I think this is the perfect place to leave it, because this is the story. Odin had to go that deep to come back with the ability to see. And if I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what you've done. You've taken, it's wild to say this, but you took Odin's path. It's like you intentionally put yourself upside down, hung on a tree, understanding very clearly you were sacrificing yourself, understanding very, very clearly, but also very, very clear about what you would get on the other side of it. And I love that because that points to a faith of, like, you understanding, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice myself, but there's another side. Like, what are you talking about? Okay. That's pretty outstanding. But then also having the balls, the cojones to do it. You know, so I love the 2 layers of protections from the runes, but I feel like you are experiencing and about to experience in a very, they're saying cosmic way, a very cosmic way, the reward for sacrificing yourself. So Odin got sight. He got to see the way Freya and Frigg did. He got to see the way the Aesir saw. Okay. And listen, when he was on the tree, it was the Norn. It was the 3 Norn who were watching over him. You know, and so when I see the 3 of Cups with the Hanged One, like right there, it's like, for me, your higher self, the crown of the tree, your middle self, the one that's here in 3D realm, right? The trunk of the tree. And then your lower self, your shadow self, the roots of the tree, all working together in alignment to sustain the you that you are, because you're all 3 of those selves. You just are. So to me, the 3 of Cups usually, you know, I have to see the 3 of Cups with the 2 of Cups or 3 of Cups with the 4 of Wands to think that it's anything other than you celebrating with you. And when I don't have that here. I have the 3 of Cups with the Hanged One. You know, there's a 6 of Wands in the back. There's a 2 of Cups, but it's way back there. But again, there's a relationship, but it's not the focal point of this reading. It's almost like the relationship is a natural byproduct of the work that we're talking about in this reading. All right, take that how that resonates. Take any of this as it resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, please leave it behind for the next person with whom it may resonate. As always, energy is fluid. So if it doesn't resonate now, it may later. I don't know where you are on your timeline. We all are on our own unique path, hurtling through mind consciousness, something we call space. And we agreed to do the dance together. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing. Thanks for joining me for this reading. Thanks for sharing your journey with me. I am enjoying sharing my journey with you. It's kind of fun. I like it. It's kind of fun. Oh, yeah. And as always, no matter who you are and no matter where you are, remember to trust your process, your path, and your purpose. Ashe.